Hey,
Welcome in.
how are you guys?
Very good. Glad to have you.
Glad to have you. Wix, are you recording? Hey, Ozzy,
Hey Stud, how you doing?
I'm alright, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Pretty rainy here right now, so perfect day to be in front of the computer.
Yeah, man. I guess so. When it's rainy. All right, guys. Yeah. How you guys been? How are you, Peter?
Excellent. Yeah, I just got back from a visit with my dad, so I'm recharged. It's always nice.
All right, man. I'm from a hectic day. I was solving the case for Pragma, and Ilya was just coding stuff for this project, which I'll be excited to talk about in this AMA. But yeah, it's just the research for that, the Pragma case, and just yeah, coding stuff for here. Yeah, that's been my day.
It sounds busy, and thanks for taking the time to do this.
Of course, man. Of course, this is like the biggest project I'm doing, and yeah, I'll definitely make sure this project succeed. Like, I'm making sure all the tokenomics are right and everything is solid. And yeah, man, I can't say this enough. Like people don't understand why. But anyway, let's start at AMA, man. Let's start at
Well,
AMA.
yeah, let's get into it. Okay. Hello, and welcome to the third installment of our weekly AMA series here at Universal Nodes. My name is Sean, and you'll see me on the stage as Piter. Joining me is project founder and software development leader Stud 10 and Ozzy6869. He is one of the leading community managers on our team. Good morning, sirs. How are you? I feel like we kind of did that
Um,
already.
Doing all
yeah,
right. Doing all right.
Right. When you were talking about the aspects of the play to earn game last week that you're developing at Versus, you mentioned it being similar to Gala Games and that you can that you would have many different game options, not just one rigid play to earn game. The first game you mentioned was chess. Any reason for that? Do you consider yourself a chess player?
yeah, I consider myself a chess player. Yeah, just to let you know, like the game we're developing at Versus is not really functional yet, but we're going there, right? I just want to be clear on that.
Okay.
But yeah. I am a very good chess player, by the way. I think I'm a good player, man. I
Did
should
you
be a
play
good player.
competitively?
Yeah, yes and no, yes and no. But yeah, if you want to
You have
play,
a
we can
ranking?
play. Man. If you want to play, we can play.
All right,
I don't specifically
I'll
know my
challenge.
rating. Yeah, I don't specifically know my rating, but I should be around 21.
Okay. All right, good fun.
What's
Yeah,
your
maybe
rating?
go ahead.
What's your rating?
I really never play competitively and don't have a rating. If I play very slow on chess.com, I think I'm like at 1500, like on correspondence chess, where I have like 14 days to think about my move.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm 2100.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it'd be like beating my head against the wall, but I'm down. I'm down to do it.
It'll be fun, no problem.
All
What
right, good fun.
about you,
Oh,
Ozzy?
I feel like that would be. I don't have a ranking, but I've played quite a bit. Um, I'd be down for a really good game of chess.
Well, with correspondence chess, you can take your time. So I'll find a way to challenge you guys. And it's good fun. Maybe our community will form a chess club in the future. Figure out who the highest rated person is and maybe get an award for that.
Yeah.
Oh, competitions every once in a while, little prize pool.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
Okay, guys, let's get to it.
All right, in this week's AMA, we will get into some updates, touch on our seed round mint, and have an open AMA session. We also get into the nitty gritty operational details with the latest infographic, if there's time. And if you'd like to follow along, there is a link in the most recent announcement on that. Last week, we discussed the benefits of participating in the public seed round mint to fund our Obsidian KYC and the importance of a patient approach to closing this mint before we ramp up marketing in preparation for launch, which is currently estimated, and please correct me if I'm wrong, at about 1 month beyond the close of our seed round mint. And let me just make an announcement, last bit of housekeeping of our current sale. Universal Nodes is currently live minting a public seed round to raise funds for Obsidian KYC. 200 black hole NFTs were made available at 2 AVAX each, with 79 remaining to close the mint. So yes, you are still early, and here's a rundown of the benefits of owning a black hole from the seed round. One, you can lower the future maintenance fees of the nodes created within this space by 90%. Two, you own the rarest NFT that provides the most space interest in our project, and you will be able to sell or transfer it. Three, you will receive one free planet airdrop at launch. Four, voting rights and a stake in our future. Five, discounted access to the discounted token price. And finally, alpha Discord access in the black hole, which also opens up the possibility to be a part of all future collaboration perks. Okay, speaking of Obsidian, they just officially announced a new crime and investigation unit that you have been leading, and Ozzy is also a part of. The message also mentioned their goal to go after more thieves and recover more funds. What can you tell us about this unit and your involvement? And also, is it for any known rug or limited to projects in the Obsidian KYC program?
It's gonna be basically for any known rug, you know. Yeah, like right now I don't know specifically of like which project we'll go after or how we'll decide on that. We're still talking about that, right? But it will be for any known rug. So now we're just forming partnerships with like things like Binance and the police authorities like all around the world. We're trying to form that. But once that is sorted, like we'll definitely go after any known drug, and we'll definitely love to help there. Yes, I am leading that team, but I do have Taylor on my side and Jesse. So yeah, that's pretty nice. And we also have Aussie, man. It's fantastic. It's nice. I see Skillanoy is here. We just added Skillanoy today. So yeah, it's becoming a big team, and we'll make sure that we go after all the rugs that really affected people. You know, we trying to make sure that this space doesn't have rugs anymore. I think that's the first step to go to towards going like taking the blockchain to like to the whole public. You know.
Yeah, it sounds like you're on the cutting edge with that, and I do think it's important. It's an important topic.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we're still in a very early phase with developing the unit. And there's still a lot of things to figure out, but there's a really smart team, and Jesse and Taylor and like the Obsidian team are also super dedicated and think that it's a very important thing to get going. And so I think we're gonna be super super successful as we move into the future. Um, there's not a lot of people that do this in the space, and so um, the ability to do this, the ability to participate in this and be a part of it now at the cutting edge is going to be interesting. But it'll be a learning curve. Um, like we might start accepting projects that have rugged that are like with much wider criteria, and then realize that potentially pursuing some of those is a lot harder to do for different reasons, and so we might have to change the criteria over time. But um, it's still very early days, and I really look forward to building that out with Stud and the rest of the team.
Yeah, yeah. Just to add, like for me, like the next project I'll love to go for is definitely Parrot. You know, I got a rug there, so I'll definitely love to go for that. But like I've had
Taylor's
a lot
already
of
talked to
requests.
me about leading that one, so um, Parrot DAO is apparently top of the list. So
Yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I proposed to the guys. I actually told Jesse, and Jesse told Taylor, and Taylor started telling everyone. So, but yeah, I was just giving a suggestion because I got right by it. By the way, I already have everything on them. Just so you guys know, I already have everything. It's just Binance right now, really. And
okay,
maybe
then
after this
send me that
off.
info because Taylor asked me to lead that one, and I haven't had a chance to talk with Taylor yet. So that's perfect. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
we just got to
after
talk to.
that, we'll definitely go for something like Ring Finance. Yeah,
There's a lot
that's
of
for like
data on Ring as well, so that'll be
yeah.
useful.
Yeah, so yeah, that's about that. But jumping on to universal nodes, how will that be beneficial? I see somebody had his hands raised. We'll come back to questions. Universal, of course, will benefit from that because we'll get a huge marketing, which is something that we really need in this project, which I'm trying to do. But first, as I mentioned, like first for me, the most important thing is making sure that this thing is sustainable. And I'm trying to do that right now. And as I said this before, like the people who invested, like in this seed round, will definitely like thank themselves later on. Like I really mean that they'll thank themselves. I'm telling you because what we're doing right now, just so I know you are going to ask this later on. I just want to share this. Like I'm already building a staking features with like vaults to stake your NFTs, which we didn't have that utility right before. Now we adding that. So right now, before this AMA, I was also just building the Web3 for that, trying it out. But I can do it on like the smart contract and stuff like that. You can already stake your NFTs and stuff. So we're gonna decide whether to do it with the token or to do it with the stable, right? So that's just like the main problem we're having now, deciding between a stable and our token, right? So yeah, after we sort that out and when we're rolling out, we're gonna have more features for our NFTs and definitely the black holes that are gonna be bought during the seed round because we can create a vault for that. So we will definitely try to have a vault specifically for the black holes that were bought during the seed round to give them their own vault to show that to show our gratitude for them, because they invested early and they waited for so long for this project to launch. So I'll definitely try to do something for that.
Well, it's good to hear that when you're working on other project, it's for the good of DeFi. And you touched on the tokenomics question I was going to ask. And if anyone has any follow up, we will open up for AMA soon. But I'll ask you about the NFT marketplace that I have. Last week, you mentioned the NFT marketplace was basically ready and can launch soon. Can the NFT marketplace open before the protocol launches?
Right now, the NFT marketplace, as I said, it does exist. I do have it. Uh, Specifically, we're just waiting to finish everything. Like literally, that's why we're waiting on it. That's why I'm not sure if we can release it. I have to talk to who's this guy? I just forget his name. The guy who does the data science side of our side to ask him like, does he think that is a good idea for us to release it now? Right. But we want to release. I want to drop it, just to test it out. Also, I think that would be beneficial. But also have to hear his advice in order whether to do that or not. Especially now that we don't have anything going on in terms of like selling a lot of NFTs, but also we're going to rebrand. I think that's also a topic that we need to touch on a lot more of rebranding, how we're going to rebrand, what is going to be the name, and how we're going to do everything. But yeah, I'm just waiting on his go ahead. I talk to him almost daily because we do data science stuff daily just to check, just to make sure the tokenomics is right and everything. So I talk to him daily. So I'll also talk to him about this, like releasing the NFT marketplace sooner than later.
One other quick question about the NFT marketplace: will the outside projects on the NFT marketplace be using their native token, or will they be required to buy ULAN token?
Huh, interesting. Wow, that is interesting. Right now, it was based on AVAX. Yeah, it was just based on AVAX. So it was not even based on ULAND.
I think
That
I
is
think staying with
interesting.
AVAX would probably be a smart idea because we could use AVAX to either farm quantum liquidity through dexes. We could use AVAX to do ULAND buybacks. AVAX is a lot more would provide us with more versatility and more options moving forward. And
Yeah.
I think if I were to give my 2 cents as a team member, moving potentially forward with releasing the NFT marketplace ahead of time could provide us with a way of developing and growing the market, the NFT marketplace before we have pressure on our own system from funds like from using the NFT nodes and everything. So potentially build revenue before there's even demand for like strains on that revenue. So
I
that would be
agree.
my 2 cents. It would potentially, when it's in a bear market like this, it would potentially be of interest to some of
I
different
agree. I
people to
mean,
try to use it
yeah,
and build it out.
yeah, I agree with you on that one.
All right. Actually, Ozzy, I have a question for you. We recently announced a community collaboration with House of Obsidian and the educational council talk series they're creating. The first episode we shared is called "Position Sizing and the Psychology Behind It," with Matt and James. I personally got a lot out of this talk, and I'm excited to be able to share it. But I was wondering if you can expand on this series and what other content our community can expect from it.
So there's a lot of different content, and it's so diverse, and there's a lot of different kind of pieces to it. So one of the other pieces of this series is the marketing and the cult mentality. And so this was an AMA hosted with Carlos. I forget his full name, but Carlos, and it was super informative, and it was a good discussion about how you can use marketing to benefit your project and the different strategies that you can use in marketing to benefit yourself in marketing as a whole. Our latest talk in the educational series was actually about real estate. So that was hosted with Austin Clark just a couple days ago. And so it's about building investor intelligence and building investor knowledge so that you can also identify projects that have good marketing, don't have good marketing, projects that have good tokenomics and have bad tokenomics, and to really kind of build intelligent uh, investor intelligence within the space and trying to make everyone better so that DeFi can be better as well.
Yeah, no, it sounds great. Yeah, there's I listened to half of that marketing one, and it's also interesting just in how marketing is used, so you can evaluate it when you're seeing it.
You know,
Exactly. There's a lot more. I think right now there's been 5 or 6 um, talks within the series already, and every single one of them are with people that know a lot about what they're talking about. They are leading edge or very informed. They know what they're talking about, they want to share, and that's going to be a huge focus from the House of Obsidian moving forward, and it's going to be one way of bringing that, and by bringing that to our community, it's another way that we can get access to these great opportunities and these great learning spaces.
Well, one of them was marketing, and just to get back into Universal Nodes, you mentioned an estimated 1 month time frame after the close of our seed round to get to launch. You also mentioned this was when you would ramp up marketing. What does this look like? Can you give any details about the budget or strategy you'll be using?
the strategy for marketing now, it's basically,
You did
mm,
mention rebranding. That sounds kind of like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
a big part of it.
I just want to know what I can say and what I cannot say.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I think it's best for me to wait after the seed round is finished because it has a lot to do with it. You know, it affects the seed round more than anything. That's why I want to wait after the seed round is finished to kind of like share all the details I have on my side. You know,
Okay,
that's
fair
why
enough.
I cannot say a lot about it because that's what we're waiting for actually to just finish to wrap up everything and then after the seed round is finished, like I'll be able to say everything openly. You know, it's
Okay,
like sharing inside information with it. You know.
right, right.
So
No, I
yeah,
understand.
I just want to wait for the seed round and just building the team. As you can see, like right now we're just building the team. We're trying to host AMAs on a weekly basis, just so everybody can get used to it. I'm getting used to it right now, and I think like you're also getting used to it.
Absolutely.
And everybody on the team is like getting used to it. and after that, like everything will run smoothly, and yeah, everything will just happen as it's
Well,
supposed to happen. Things I we keep on building things. Like as I said, building more utility for the token, rebuilding more utilities for the NFTs, just building a lot more stuff. As you can see, we're also building a game. Yeah, I'm just building a lot of stuff while we're still waiting for the seed round to finish, and it's giving us more time to build a whole lot more.
awesome. One quick follow up on the seed round before we open the AMA. Can you clarify what qualifies for a free planet at launch?
Right now, what qualifies for a free planet at launch? Just buy the black hole NFT for the seed round, and you qualify for a free planet. That's it
Okay,
right now.
thank,
No,
okay,
and
that's simple.
that won't
Thank you
change.
for clarifying that.
That won't change even if when you rebrand. It'll still be the same. Black hole NFT right now. Qualify for that. You're definitely gonna get it.
Sounds good. Okay, thank you.
And
Um,
what we added to that, that is not written in the FAQ, is that like there's gonna be vaults for staking NFTs, and at launch, maybe at launch, it's just gonna be for people who bought the seed round NFTs, black hole NFTs. They're gonna be different. I can tell you this now. Black hole NFTs for seed round and the black hole NFTs after seed round going to be different. One
hmm,
I can tell you.
I see.
The
So
vault.
there's a connection between the new staking feature you're thinking about and the
Yeah,
black hole
yeah,
NFTs particularly.
exactly.
Okay.
Because it just goes with like because we are supposed to launch like around this month. That was it. So since we're not launching this month because of the seed round, we have to make sure that we actually at least also like show that we do appreciate people who bought during the seed round, and we're
Hmm.
going to give them some benefits.
I have seen that. That's something that I've seen actually in another NFT project. Some of you might be familiar with it, but the Sins of Shadow NFT project. Part of their rules for staking to receive rewards within from the company's revenues is that you have to own a Genesis NFT. So
Exactly.
if you minted a Genesis NFT as part of their original public seed or their original seed round, then you would be eligible for um, basically they're sharing 10% of the company's revenues or profits from each of their projects with these Genesis NFT holders. So I think that's a great way that we can keep rewarding holders, especially original holders, moving forward. Because there's such a limited number of those Genesis NFTs, those will appreciate in value significantly as this project grows and as we become a bigger project as a whole.
Yeah,
So
I
if you
totally
haven't
agree.
gotten a Genesis NFT yet, I highly suggest it.
Yeah, that's it. You can go. We can jump to questions. Or do you have anything else?
Yeah. Well, is there any questions that anyone would like to ask for the open AMA portion? I thought you mentioned there was a hand up, but I don't see one at the moment.
Do you have any question?
Well, if you want, if there's time for you, if you want to go in briefly into the light paper and talk about kind of the basically, I was thinking to talk about just the main differences between buying a planet and buying an NFT.
Yeah. As I mentioned earlier, now especially let me start with the staking feature. Now that there's a staking feature, like the NFTs actually let actually more useful, than the planets, so to say, because you can stake them and they also give you more space to get more planets. So getting a black hole NFT, you actually have more space to get more planets. You also have a way of staking it, so it'll be easy for you to actually make your money back, which is the main goal of investors, right?
Right.
when you buy something, you want to get your money back as soon as possible. You want to get your principal amount as soon as possible. So when we're adding the principal in terms of like we're adding the staking feature, and we're also adding the fact that you can get more planets, and you're also getting a free planet at launch. So it'll make it easier for anybody who investing now to get their money back very quickly. I don't know
And
how long will that take, but I'm pretty sure it won't take long.
well,
Get your
talking
money,
about
your
the
principal back.
details of the planet is not an NFT, and you buy it with ULAND and stablecoin. And then
Exactly.
once you have the planet, it pays out zero point zero 0.01 ULAND per day, a 1% ROI.
Exactly.
How many ULAND? It mentions in the light paper ULAND will be $25 at launch. How many
Yes.
ULAND plus stablecoin for one planet?
Okay, so let's say one planet cost all in all it costs $200, right? If a planet costs $200, so you'll need stable coins of $100, and you also need ULANds that cost $100. So it has to be 50% from ULAND, and it has to be 50% from the stable coin. Do you get it?
Yeah, I do. So it seems like there will be kind of a price outside ULAND, like the $200. So if the price of ULAND changes, it will have to match.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So you have to always make sure that your price for the ULAND matches that one
So it could
of the
be more, it
dollar.
could be less,
Yeah,
basically.
it
It's
could
not
be
a
more,
set
it could be
number
less.
for that side.
It's fluctuating. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, that makes
exactly.
sense. Um, and then there are different planets. So I mean, really, that's basically. I just wanted to kind of break down that. And then as you buy the NFTs, right now it's only black hole, but there will be nebula, binary star, and star. Is that correct?
Exactly.
So there'll be different tiers below the black hole one. Black hole has 20, and then goes 15, 10, and 5.
Yes.
And then you're
And
basically
all of those
buying
NFTs,
space. You're buying 5 space that you could buy 5 more
yeah,
nodes, because
yeah,
there is a max of 10 nodes if you do not own an NFT. 10, you can own a max of 10 planets.
yes. And all of those NFTs, they will have their different vaults in terms of like where you can stake your NFT at, right? That's why we're creating the staking feature. They'll have the different staking vaults where you can stake your NFTs with different rewards for each one of them. And yeah, I'm thinking right now, I'm just sharing this. I'm not supposed to share, as I said. We are thinking of making the guys that are gonna buy the ULAND, not sorry, the NFTs right now, the black hole NFTs, they're going to get their rewards in terms of stable coins, and yeah, and then some NFTs they're gonna be based on getting ULAND as a reward, So that's what we're gonna do.
I see. So the payout may be different for the different NFTs. I see.
Exactly. Correct.
Hmm.
Correct. So the rewards will definitely also be different. In some places you're gonna get ULAND as a reward. In some places you're gonna get a stable token as a reward. In some place you're gonna get something else as a reward.
Okay.
It's going to be different.
Yeah, and basically, I just wanted to separate the difference between when you buy a planet, that's when you're buying a node and receive your ULAND payout. When you buy
Yes.
NFTs, you're buying space for more nodes, or basically what you refer to as space interest. Yeah,
Exactly.
I just kind of wanted to break down that element of it. And we can go more into some of the infographic at a later date. Were there any other questions? Last chance to ask anything for the open portion of the AMA. Okay, well, if there's
If
anyone.
no more
If,
questions, I can just add that we'll be releasing a medium soon. Yeah, I'm just going through proofreading it again to make sure everything is okay, and then we'll be releasing the medium, and we'll also work on that on trying to release mediums on a weekly basis.
Excellent, sounds good. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up the AMA. Thank you everyone for coming. Thanks. It was a lot of great information. I appreciate all the updates. Just a reminder that you can subscribe and receive updates via the YouTube channel, and if that's easier for you. Okay, and thank you very much everyone for attending.
And I see a lot more people actually tune into the YouTube after we post. So we'll definitely make sure that all the AMAs are posted there. And yeah, in the future, I'm hoping that we have like more things we do in terms of like providing information and also sharing what's happening outside. As currently, we are sharing with the black hole holders, and we'll try to have a channel which I have not spoken to you about, like just to share what's happening in the crypto space, just to give more information to our community in terms of like what's happening around. That they're also careful about all the other things and checking all the safety precautions. Since I'm also in the team for investigations and crime that are happening, I think it'll be useful for me to have that information that I can share with this community here
And this is a
to
YouTube,
let
another
people know.
YouTube channel or another aspect.
Not really a YouTube channel, but a channel specifically here on Discord.
I see.
So we can share things for people to look out for when they're investing in projects.
Right.
What good, what is bad, and stuff like that, so that we can help our community to make sure that they're investing in good projects.
Yeah, and hopefully create content that we can share with everyone.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was great. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you, everyone.
Hey, thank you. Bye.
Thank you.